Can we start?
Yeah.
So we'll finish it in 30 minutes or less than that. So, Juni, you can start.
Hi, sir. Hope you're doing fine.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hi,
Okay,
Juni.
so my first question is, in most cases, coaches are criticized by fans when the team they lead loses. How will you handle those criticisms?
How did I handle? Sorry,
The criticisms.
criticisms.
Yeah.
Well, I think football coaches are really exposed. It's a job that you have. You are easily you hear people's opinions about what you do, what you're supposed to do. It's a part of the job. You have to understand it, and you have to be ready for it. You have to deal with it. Obviously, I think it's a little bit of a cultural thing. Like people thinks everybody has an opinion about football, and I like to hear opinions, but I also think that it has to come from a good analysis, a proper analysis. It cannot be something that just I heard or something that just came to my mind so quickly. It has to be, a little bit back up in a serious reasons.
Okay, Coach. Which Indian player impressed you in Northeast United squad under you? Which Indian talent impressed you more?
Well, we had many good and interesting players. Obviously, Apuya, it was interesting midfielder. That later on he went, as everybody knows, to Mumbai. He was working really hard and he played so many minutes for us. But uh, I mean, I can say pretty much everybody. Everybody worked hard and. Ashutosh, also the right back. He was really good. He played pretty much everything under me as a coach. And Puya also was a player that he was not that much involved previously. Even sometimes I heard that he wasn't even part of the squad in the previous years. And then with me, he started against Mumbai City, and he was one of the 11 players that started in that game, and obviously with all together we achieved that victory in the first game of the season. So I can pretty much name all of them because it's a teamwork.
Yeah, so Juni, you can ask next.
Yeah. So, sir, what was your first impression about ISL at that time you were joining Northeast United?
Well, it was a strange year because obviously the pandemic, it was not a comfortable situation, but I would say no ideal. Everybody located in the same city, in the same hotel for many months, and it was tough for everyone. In terms of the challenge, it was huge because we had pretty much all the teams, but especially us, 2 3 weeks to prepare. We only had two friendly games, and that's definitely not enough in order to get to know everyone, to be obviously fair with them, to give them chance to 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 let them see how they are and how what they can bring into the game. But saying that, we I think we had a proper identity. I think the team fought in every single game, and we had probably the team that was more highlighted in the season, because for a team that probably was the lowest budget in the league to achieve the playoff, and to be in the beginning, we were 6 games unbeaten, and later on the team got even more. So that tells that it was a lot of well done work, and it was a lot done by the players, and that's what you want. When you are involved in a football team, you want to have a team that fights, a team with this passion, this that knows what they do, that they have a plan, they stick together, and you're gonna grow up. Sometimes you might have bad results, but this is part of success. You need those moments of tough moments to go through, and later on you can achieve big things.
Yeah.
Okay, coach. Have you played professional football or did you just step up into directly into coaching?
Well, I used to play football. That was my passion since I was a kid. The only thing is that I got an injury on my ankle, and that took me, for too much time away from the pitch. And at the same time, I really had that passion for training sessions, for organizing things, to become a coach. And I was really, really young when that happened. I felt that that was something involved with football, but it could make even more sense in terms of understanding why we do things and not other things, and the reasons why and how we can get better. Not just me as at that moment as a player, also as all of us together. So that definitely you need to have this management role, this kind of a coaching role that allows you to bring impact and improve not just yourself, if not also the rest of the team and the rest of the players. So that was something that um, helped me to go through to this career that I'm building at, even at this moment.
Coach. Okay.
Okay, so coach, you are currently working as Greece assistant coach under Gustavo Poet, who was also the manager at Brighton, while you're also there. So, what you have to say about Greece football?
Well, Greece, as everybody knows, is a champion winner of the European Cup, and that's was many years ago, but this is still there. So that means that this country is a football country. This is a country with they breathe football. We are lucky to be here. We feel we try to learn and understand all the clubs, all the I would say the environment and what it means for the people. And it's honestly it's in many things it's similar than Spain. Like football is like a religion. Many clubs, many fans, many a lot of passion, a lot of knowledge, and this is something that we are really happy to be here. Obviously, with this manager, it's even huge, because Gaspoyet is for me one of the best coaches. I would say like that straight away. No many people knows how a coach really works until you are really close. And I know him for a while, and now that I'm even more closer, I can see that he's one of the best. He has a huge knowledge. He has a great experiences from his field times, from his coaching experiences in La Liga, in the Premier League, in France, and that's you can see it. When you are with him, when he talks to the players, when he communicates with his decisions, and I'm trying to learn as much as possible, and I try to bring also my experiences to help.
Okay, coach.
Okay, coach. How was your experience at Liverpool FC? If I'm correct, you were there. You was the conditioning coach of Liverpool FC from 2007 to 2010 under Rafael Benitez. How was your experience in Liverpool?
It was a fantastic experience. I was really young at that moment. Um, it was not just football. Also, it was my first uh, away place, I would say, from my home. So it was a challenge for me. I didn't speak English at all, so I was a good way to push me to learn. And what a better place than going abroad, and obviously in a English country speaking place like this. So it was for me it was a full combination of factors and things that allow me to experience a unique situation, and I'm so happy I went through this. Obviously, it wasn't easy for all the obvious things, because being in a club like this, you have to be on your toes all the time. You have to be on your best. I learn a lot from Rafa and from the rest of the staff, and I I think I improve a lot as a coach since then also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good. So we just talked about your experience at Liverpool. So how would you describe your experience, your time in India with Northeast United?
Well, Northeast, I wanted to come to India. I wanted to be in an ambitious project because I like to win. I like to build things. I like to improve things, and I describe it as an interesting experience. I would say I had the feeling that it it was ended too early. I thought I could bring more things into the Indian football. That was my feeling at the time. Um, and in general, I would say many positive things, mainly about the fans. The fans there were unique. Even we all were under this COVID situation, they were there. Even we could not see them because the stadiums were empty for these rules, but I could feel the support. Also, I enjoy a lot with the players. They wanted to improve, and we built something unique, even considering that we had situations and conditions that were not the best at all. But we went through. We took a lot of things, and we learned a lot of things, and I keep it as a positive experience.
Okay, good.
Okay. So coach, when we added in our social media's handle that we are gonna interview Gerard next, so most of the fans are asking that are you coming? Are you planning to come to India near future? Will it happen near future? Coming back?
Well, it's always, to be honest, hard to tell what's going to happen in the future. I just can say that as I said a few minutes ago, that I was thinking at that moment. I was thinking my chapter ended too soon in India. I still think that I can bring a lot to a country that is every single year increasing the number of fans for football. The way this country is putting a lot of energy, a lot of investment, a lot of passion, a lot of things into this game. It's amazing. I think has the huge potential to become a serious power in Asia. Obviously, this will require time. You need to have that consistency, but that's definitely a place that I can see myself be involved again. Definitely, I can see it. I cannot say when. I don't know in which capacity or in which club or organization, but I can say that definitely that was something that I felt it at the moment when I finished my chapter with Northeast, and and also I still thinking definitely I will come back at one point to India.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are eagerly looking for you to come back to India.
Thank you very much.
Uh, so, coach, do you have any best moments in your football coaching career till now? Not in India, you can tell wherever you coach. Which was the best experience you have witnessed?
In India or everywhere?
In India, not in India. Commonly, your whole coaching career.
Wow, it's a big question. I many good moments. Obviously, recently we've been so successful with the Nations League with Greece. In June we won the 4 games that we play. We didn't even get conceded one goal, not even one. So we score in every single game. We won the 4 games, and we already finished the top of the group. So this is huge because this country never won the Nations League. This is something that I'm really proud to be in this role and to help with this. To be one of the coaches of the Greece national team is a huge thing. Before, I remember many years ago when I was at Liverpool working with the first team. I remember one day that I had to manage all the training session by myself because the rest of the staff went in a game abroad. and then I was myself and physiotherapists and also supporting staff, which they support and help me in the training session, and that's it was for me exciting when you have to lead that training session. I was really young at that moment, and I had I was happy when after the session everything went like following the plan, the way it's supposed to be. And also when I was in Ghana national team, in Ghana we achieved one final, that was in 2015. We are so close to become champions of Africa. Unfortunately, we lost by penalties. But again, we keep so many good experiences from that. And we could be hours and hours talking about maybe other situations. When I was in Korea for one
Yeah.
season, or one season also in Australia, in Melbourne, and obviously the experiences in Spain. But overall, I just think that all these experiences needs to help us to become better from what we were 1 year ago or 2 years ago or 10 years ago. And you only can see if that is a good coach, if in the next project you see that this team is there, and after a few months the team goes there and goes there. You cannot live from the past. What's important is what you're going to do next. So this is what keeps me motivated and ready for challenges and for the every single day that I'm involved in this fantastic football.
Okay, coach. In the starting of last season of Indian Super League, there were strong rumors that you were coming to India back. So was it true? If it's true, which club was that? If it's possible to reveal.
It is true. It is true that I had approaches from different clubs, and I had meetings to come back to India. This is definitely true. As I said, that's something that is in my agenda to come back at one point to India, because I said already the reasons, but definitely I appreciate a lot the support from the fans. I think people understood that what we did with Northeast was remarkable, was something that it was huge. Remember that we had at that season 12 players coming um, from the Indian League. I mean, they were not at that moment Super League players, and also new players, foreigners that never been before in the country. So to try to put everything together, have a team with identity, with a fighting spirit, well organized, and fighting for everything. It was a remarkable thing. And overall, you can win, you can draw, you can lose, but we had determination, we had fight spirit, we had good tactics. We were there, we gave everything. And then sometimes you win more, sometimes you lose, you draw, but if you give everything, that's the maximum that you can ask to the players. So definitely, just trying to reply your question, I was close to come back, uh, but sometimes what I learn, at least from my experiences, is that I want to make sure that the next steps are serious ones. I want to be sure that are in the right place. These steps have to be in a project that definitely we see the same, we have the same vision, and we want to build something special. I don't want to be in a place just for the fact that, okay, I'm working and that's it. No, I want to be in a place that we have the same intention altogether, starting from management, starting from ownership, and then all the way through coaching staff, players, fans, all of us. Then you can become, as I said, an important club, and then even do something highlighted, remarkable in Asia.
Okay, so one last question from me. If you got a chance to sign any of the players who impressed you in ISL, whom will it be?
Players that I like, or you
Yeah,
mean?
players that impressed you.
Well, many, obviously. The foreigners, it's easy, always you go straight to the strikers in many times, because are easier. Obviously you see Oveche, he's been so many years, and wherever he goes, he scores. These kind of players, Krishna, it's unbelievable. It's these kind of players. You if you have them, they're gonna give you goals. That's a simple example. But then the Indians, I think they are learning a lot, and they're improving a lot. I think having coaches coming from abroad, bringing these experiences are helping in general football, and it wouldn't be fair just to light one, to say this is one player. I think it's in general the football level is getting higher, and we need to be consistent with that, because next step is to see more players going abroad. We've seen few, but if you improve really the league level, then in the future you're gonna see them going to the best leagues in the world. But we're gonna need still time to do that.
Okay.
Okay, was one last question from my side. My questions came to an end. So this is the last question. Who was your favorite player in Northeast United FC squad, including foreign players and Indian players? The one player.
Look, I like all of them. I mean, you cannot say one, because look, if you say the striker, okay, one striker, or you say, for example, Federico Gallego, yes, and
Yeah.
what it means, Federico Gallego just play and the others stay in the bench. This is not true. You need someone to defend. You need someone to be fast on the side. So it's football. I don't think it's fair to speak about just individual players in that concern, because one player by himself is nothing. All together is when you achieve things, and this is obviously some players have special qualities. That's why you sign them. This is like artists. You bring them because they have something that others don't have, and the capacity of Federico Gallego in seeing options, making the team play, linking, making those passes through. This is not many players in the league that can do that. But as I said, how could you be playing without good central backs or good right backs and left backs and wingers? It's a combination of all, and everybody gave his best. Everybody is important, and this is what a team means. That's the way I see it. I like that. For example, now that I was talking about Federico Gallego, when you play Federico Gallego, you need also to have a player that does this kind of job, which means more defensively. We used to have Casa Camara. Casa Camara in the midfield, provide a lot, because he was strong defensively. He was also linking and starting the ball from the central backs, from the defensive line. Then he could pass it to other players further. So maybe he's not going to score. Maybe he's not going to make that pass that maybe Federico Gallego does. But how can you win? How can you have clean sheets if you don't have these kind of players? Probably is impossible. So that's why I want to share with you this point of view. You need to have a balanced team. You cannot have just offensive players, because then you would concede so many goals. Another way around, if you just defend, then it's difficult to win games. So it's a combination of knowing what you want to achieve, what players you have, their qualities, and get the most from them in every single game.
Yes, coach. So our interview has come to an end. Hope that you have enjoyed. We have enjoyed too with you. Was very grateful for having an interview with you. So it's coming to an end. Thank you for coming and giving your precious time. So hope that in near future you will be back in India and we can see you. So thank you.
A
Thank you.
pleasure to have this chat with you, and I'm sure we're gonna meet anytime soon.
Okay.
Okay. Have a good
Okay.
day.
Bye.
Bye.